It was impossible for this to happen, because he wasn't there. This story is adapted from a real incident that allegedly occurred in England. In 2019, a 29-year-old night security guard named Aaron was working at an old office building near the city center of Birmingham. The building was half empty even during the day. At night, it felt completely abandoned. Most floors had their electricity cut off from the main panel to reduce costs. Aaron's job was simple. Every hour he would patrol each floor, check the doors, and monitor the entrance cameras from the security room. For the first 2 weeks, nothing unusual happened. On the third Tuesday of his shift at exactly 2:03 a.m., Aaron stepped onto the third floor and immediately noticed something strange. A light was on at the end of the corridor. That floor wasn't supposed to have power. He had personally shut it off earlier that evening. At first, he assumed it was a reflection, maybe light from the street below. But it wasn't flickering. It was steady. He slowly walked down the corridor. The building was so silent that even the sound of his own breathing felt loud. As he approached the office door, he heard something else, a faint mechanical hum, the sound of a computer fan running. The door wasn't locked. Aaron pushed it open carefully. The room was empty, chairs neatly tucked in, desks untouched, no sign of anyone being there. But on the desk in the center of the room, a computer monitor was glowing. The blue light illuminated the darkness. On the screen, a live security camera feed. Aaron stepped closer. It showed the building's main entrance, but something about it felt wrong. The angle wasn't from the fixed ceiling camera. It was too low, almost at floor level, as if someone was holding the camera by hand. Then, in the footage, the front door opened. Someone walked in. Aaron froze. The person entering was him. Same uniform, same posture, same slow, tired walk. But that was impossible. Because Aaron was standing on the third floor, the footage wasn't delayed. It was live. The Aaron on the screen stopped walking, slowly lifted his head, and looked directly into the camera. Then he smiled, a slow, unnatural smile. Real Aaron felt his heartbeat in his throat. And that's when he heard it, a soft footstep, behind him, inside the room. He turned around instantly. No one. The room was still empty. When he looked back at the monitor, the feed had changed. Now it showed the third-floor corridor. At the very end of the hallway, a figure stood in the shadows, barely visible. Then it started walking, slowly, toward the office Aaron was standing in. The monitor flickered. The lights in the room shut off. The humming stopped. The entire floor was swallowed by darkness. Aaron's breathing became shallow. He rushed out into the corridor. From somewhere behind him, he heard another step, this time closer, not echoing. Close. He ran. Down the stairs, past the second floor, straight to the entrance lobby. When he reached the ground floor, the main door was slightly open. That door required a magnetic lock to release. It should have been sealed. Aaron hurried into the security room and pulled up the recordings. At exactly 2:03 a.m., the front door had indeed opened. Someone had entered. The face wasn't visible. The lighting obscured it. But the figure was wearing Aaron's uniform. The footage glitched after a few seconds. In the final frame, the figure stopped, lifted its head, looked directly into the camera, and smiled. Aaron quit that same night. The following morning, building management permanently closed the third floor. Electric systems were inspected. According to the reports, there had been no active power running to that office at the time. No functioning computer, no electricity usage recorded, which meant the computer Aaron saw technically never turned on. So tell me, who walked into that building at 2:03 a.m.? And if it wasn't Aaron, then who was already inside?